Victory Death Starfighters. My name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter movie review. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite romantic comedies, a movie that is depressing but yet humorous and somehow incredibly romantic. Today we're looking at the 2007 independent romantic comedy, Shanghai Kiss. Shanghai Kiss has a handful of themes it discusses in its film, some that are very common and others that are extremely taboo. What makes Shanghai Kiss one of my favorite romantic comedies is that the film is trying to teach you how to communicate in relationships. Shanghai Kiss is telling you, no matter what kind of relationships you have, whether it's with a family member, a friend, or a romantic partner, there will always lie a space in between you both. A space which keeps two people a mystery from each other. A mystery that can only be solved by communicating. So with that said, let's get right into the plot of this film. This movie is about an Asian American named Liam, who is a struggling actor in Los Angeles. After befriending a high school girl, Liam soon finds out he inherited his grandmother's home in Shanghai, which brings him on an unexpected journey to connect to his ancestry. Now, I will be going over 3 characters in this movie. The first character I'll be talking about is Liam Liu, who is portrayed by the actor Ken Leung. Liam in this movie comes across as a self-deprecating human being. With moving to Los Angeles to start an acting career, Liam is struggling to find work because he's not quote-unquote Asian enough. With feeling depressed about his acting career, along with his relationship with his father, the only thing Liam has consistent in his life are the 2 friendships he has, which one is with his acting friend Joe, and the other is with a 16-year-old girl named Adelaide. Liam might just be my favorite romantic comedy protagonist because he's so relatable. Liam never felt that he belonged in the society that raised him. It wasn't until he traveled to Shanghai where he soon discovered he wasn't just some Asian guy. In fact, he realized he was just an ordinary guy. A guy who, along with a lot of people in this world, is searching for life's answers. Ken Leung's performance in this film is, honestly, it's the best I've ever seen in a romantic comedy. The next character that I will be talking about is Mickey Yang, who is portrayed by Kelly Hu. Mickey is one of the romantic interests in Liam's life. Her character is on the opposite end of the pendulum when it comes to comparing Western women in America to Eastern women from China. And because of that, her character really comes off as a fresh breath air. Her chemistry with Liam's character is great and feels very organic. Kelly Hu's performance, from her body language to how she speaks, is fantastic. If you have never seen any of Kelly Hu's movies, then I'm sure Shanghai Kiss will convert you into a fan. The last character that I will be talking about is Adelaide Bourbon, who is portrayed by Hayden Panettiere. Adelaide's character is described as 16 going on 30. She is the standout character of the film. Early in the movie, she begins a weird but platonic friendship with Liam. Throughout the film, Adelaide is pretty much a metaphor for what Liam has and does not have in his life. Hayden's performance in this movie is memorable. With Adelaide's character being 16, it seems not even real that she has such a high level of emotional intelligence and a high level of communication skills. Just hearing about her character does not sound realistic. However, in every scene, Hayden's performance shows you that Adelaide is not only astonishingly real, but she is the only real thing in Liam's life. Shanghai Kiss will show you why Hayden Panettiere is one of the most talented actresses in film today. Now, I want to take a minute and talk about the behind the scenes of this film. There were over 100 Asian actors who auditioned for the role Liam. Each of those actors who auditioned said they wanted the role because Liam's character is so relatable to Asian Americans. However, the directors of the film, David Rin and Kern Conweiser, both agreed that none of the actors who auditioned were a good choice to cast as Liam. It wasn't until they both traveled to the Toronto Film Festival where they saw a movie that Ken Leung was starring in that they knew he was the only person to play the role. Also, another thing about Shanghai Kiss is this movie was written by the co-director David Rin. The script is actually an autobiography of his life. Everything that you see in the movie is pretty much what happened in David Rin's life. Now, his purpose for writing the script was so he could connect with his father, who was battling an addiction. Now, my score for Shanghai Kiss is a 9. If you love romantic comedies that have subgenres of family history and trying to let go of grief, then Shanghai Kiss will be one of the best hidden gems you can ever discover.
Little brat. I invent the game, find the kid, drag him up there, and he doesn't want to be a starfighter. I give up.
Alright, Starfighters, that was my Starfighter movie review. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, comment below and let me know, did this review make you want to see Shanghai Kiss? Or did the review just not make you interested at all? I honestly want to know because I'm actually starting a podcast about watching movies that I have little to zero interest in watching, just so I can understand why certain people appreciate them. So be on the lookout for a podcast and along with a lot more TV and movie reviews. So with that said, I'll see you on the next one. But until then, victory or death, Starfighters.